What's up, guys? Thanks for stopping by my channel and even being interested in fun little concepts like this. This is a 12.5 Geisley. This is a SBR lower full-size Surefire RC2 in 5.56. I wanted to test out this 77 grain Black Arc Munitions out of this barrel because going into the test, I knew that the Black Arc Munitions was a very hot round. So my thought process was, if I can get the same velocities from this ammunition that I do with 77 grain IMI out of my 16-inch, why would I not at least test out a more compact package that's just as capable? So that's what I did. This 12.5-inch barrel with a full-size suppressor on it equates to essentially the same package as a full-length 16-inch rifle. So if we line up these charging handles, we can see that the RC2 is around half an inch longer than this 16-inch barrel. But what we're gaining is a more compact package. So that means it's lighter weight for you lightweight guys. But the thing that I care about is the maneuverability, your ability to just wield this weapon just more unencumbered, being able to enter and exit ports, being able to transition, being able to actually use this top dot without being fatigued on a more traditional 16-inch setup. So the reason that I wanted to make this video was before the ATF decided to be gay and redefine what an SBR was. I'm sure at least 90% of the people watching have an AR pistol, or they had one before they SBR'd it. This was done way before that whole ATF debacle, so. But if you don't want to just go out and buy an entire rifle to try and get into long range, maybe you already have that option at your disposal. But with all that being said, we need to start looking at things with full context. The English language is probably the most context-driven language on the face of the earth. But whenever we see a picture of someone's setup, we totally throw out the context of that they're using that weapon system in, and we apply our own context to that weapon. We need to start consulting the accuracy equation, weapon, optic, ammo, shooter, and try and get an idea of what that person is trying to do with that weapon. Because if I brought this to a match, guarantee everyone at that match would be like, why'd you bring a 12.5? Why would I not bring a 12.5 if I'm getting the exact same velocities as a normal 16-inch? That's what I'm getting at. All right, so here we are at the range. We're gonna be testing out this 12.5. It's a Geisley barrel, the SOCOM profile. Really interested to see what this does, because I'm sure at one point we all bought some sort of AR pistol before the whole ATF decided to be gay. So I just wanted to see what this shorter package is actually capable of when it ends up being the same length as a 16-inch rifle, but this has a suppressor on it. So it's a lot more handy, and if it can get comparable velocities or somewhere close to it, then in my eyes it makes more sense to run something like this versus a 16-inch with a can on it, but time will tell. So we have the Kestrel, we have the Chrono, the Garmin Zero. This is going to be the ammo we're testing. This is the Black Arc Munitions, the NAS3 or something like that. I'll put it down below. It's pretty much some hot rounds. These notorious for going really fast, and from what I've seen, they perform pretty well out of shorter barrels versus the longer barrels. And then this is the tried and true Razor Core IMI 77 grain. This was 77 grain too, but we'll see. But let me get this target set up. We're gonna zero everything at 100 yards, and yeah, we'll see what happens. So this first group, we're just getting on the paper with ball ammunition, not using the Garmin Yeah, we just want to see where we're at, get some sort of a ball group before we start shooting match ammo, add some paper. So here we go. All right, let's go down range. Okay, so we're aiming center. Bulk of the group is over here, so it's probably like 2 or 3 mils needs to come to the left. This was the first round, and then let's see, shot 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know where the 5th one went, or maybe I only shot 4. But we're gonna move it to the left, measure the reticle, see where that goes. Obviously, it's hard to tell where that shot went because this was a provided target that my range had. So, shot the fuck up, but it might be that one. But there's honestly no way of telling. So, here we go. Okay, so we made our adjustment based off the ball ammo. Now, I believe I brought more IMI than Black Arc just because I have more IMI stockpiled than I do Black Arc. So I'm going to start with IMI. I've already made my correction. I didn't show it just because the YouTube algorithm or whatever, they're always changing their rules, so I'm going to cut that part out. Now we're just going to lay down a 5-round group with IMI, and I'll make sure it's 5 rounds. And yeah, we'll just go from there. So first, mag of IMI, make sure I block this out. Chrono's live. Hopefully you can see the numbers as they come up, but if not, I'll make sure I include that B-roll picture. Move this out the way in case it obstructs the chrono. All right, here we go. Average 2450, SD 28, extreme spread 67.7. So this barrel, I would say, does not like IMI. It's my first time shooting IMI through this barrel. But yeah, let's clear this out. 2450, that's the number to remember. I'll put it on the screen. But the group is actually not too bad. Weapons clear. Alright, so here's the group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the first one. Yeah, this one, I mean, yeah, it's my fault. This was a flyer. I overpumped the trigger. It went off, but it's so consistent with the rest of the group. It's probably, I don't know, don't judge my thumb. Probably like 1.7 or more. I'm pushing that with the calipers. But I'm going to aim with this target for the Black Arc, just because if it goes in any direction, I should be able to see it. Because this round here from the ball ammo, this is something IMI, and these are all ball ammo as well, and that 5th round went somewhere else. So yeah, we're gonna load the Black Arc in, aim here, and hopefully it'll be on the paper somewhere. But yeah, that's why I'm gonna hold center there. All right, so we got the chrono ready. We have the Black Arc loaded into the mag. We're gonna hold down that center target just so we can get on paper somewhere before we start making adjustments to choose which ammo that we're gonna go with. Contingent on the Black Arc shooting a tight group, which we already saw the IMI shoots relatively tight group. The velocity is just a little slow, so hopefully that Black Arc can make up for the velocity loss in the 77 grain IMI. Here we go. We're gonna hold center. So 5-round group average is 2599.3. We'll just call it 2600. SD 23.8. Extreme spread 64.7. Group size looks almost identical to IMI, but I'll make sure I throw up some caliper B-roll pictures of the exact measurements as close as I can get to center. And yeah, let's clear this weapon, go down range. All right, so here we are at the target, held center, about the same as the IMI. I mean, put the bottom of my nail bed on that bottom target. It's about two thumbnails or 2 thumbs. This one, honestly, about the same. So under 2 MOA, I would say, easily under 2 MOA. I'll make sure I measure this for y'all. I know that round is already there. Those 3 rounds are there. So I'm gonna dial this correction. I'm gonna aim at one of these boxes since we were on paper. Yeah, just going off of velocity, this is obviously the round to choose compared to that one if these group sizes are relatively the same. So short packages with the right ammo selection is definitely a capable system. Yeah, so just going off of those groups, I've shot Black Arc out of my 16-inch SPR before. The Cobalt that you all saw out of that Daniel barrel, velocities were like 28 something, but the groups are just so inconsistent that it wasn't a viable option for SPR type shooting or QP matches or things like that. So results like what we just saw out of that 12.5, maybe shorter barrels is what or Black Arc likes shorter barrels. I'm not sure. I'll DM the company and ask them that. Sorry about all the fucking sniffling. It's cold and windy out here. But yeah, maybe Black Arc just likes shorter barrels because IMI has been a great round so far for me. And out of this 12.5, it was relatively good group. And the Black Arc was damn near identical. So let me put y'all back on my tripod. We'll dial this correction and see how tight that group is. All right, so we've got the chrono set up. We dialed 0.4 to the right. Chrono is just set up because you can never have too much data. I want to see if that SD or whatever like fluctuates too much. I cut out the adjustment just in case YouTube doesn't like it. Yeah, here we go. We're gonna hold on a different target so you can walk down and see it. Okay, see, this is another reason I'm glad I set the chrono. Now we have an SD of 9.4, average of 26.27. 5 shots picked up, 5 shots fired. Extreme spread of 28.5. Now I'm not gonna lie, this group, for some reason, I guess because the wind's kicking, my eyes are watering like fuck. So definitely not an excuse, but just it is what it is. My eyes are watering crazy bad, so I don't know, but yeah, I could have just, you know, stopped and shot, or stopped and wiped my eyes, but just trying to collect this data. But yeah, definitely not an excuse. Pretty sure you can hear it. The wind's fucking kicking. Eyes are watering pretty bad. But I just sent the group anyways, just to collect the data. But everything else felt fine. Trigger press is fine. Sight picture was fine. But just parallax wise, I don't really know where the reticle was when I broke the shot. So calling my shots was kind of iffy. But we're walking up to the target now. And before any of you comment, people be like, oh, that's not safe, you know. Whatever. Yeah, elevation looks good, but I guess the water in my eyes was like shifting the parallax, but I'll probably hit it. So I went from here, went 0.4 right. Bulk of the group is like here, so I might go 0.1 or 0.2 back to the left. Aim it over here somewhere, but still relatively consistent for what it is. But yeah, the point of this video is just really illustrate that, as funny as it sounds, shorter packages are they're capable of more than people think they are. Like, you don't need an 18-inch barrel or a 20-inch 5.56 to get out and shoot and do specific type work. What you need to be focusing on is the numbers. Like, do the numbers reflect on what you're trying to build that rifle to do? Because if this 12.5 is getting the exact same velocity as my 16-inch, why would I not run this 12.5? Exactly. So here we're walking back to the firing line, about to make this correction, and then we'll put all the information into the Kestrel. We'll go over that berm to the next ridge over and start confirming dope. So here we go. All right, so we're back at the firing line. We made our correction. We got the chrono set up, and we're gonna get to it. Here we go. Holding on. Let's go bottom left target. Mag down a little bit, about 13 power. Average 26.22, SD 6.7, extreme spread 19.9. Yep. Eyes definitely didn't water on those. I rushed the fuck out of this group. But yeah, let's see if it's consistent with the other groups. All right, so here we are at the target. This is my first shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not gonna make any adjustments off of this group because even though it was trending low, I definitely rushed it, but it's still consistent with these other two groups, like group size wise. So I'm just gonna take all the information, load it in the Kestrel, walk this punk ass target all the way back to the firing line. But yeah, we're going to the 600-yard range. It's this next berm over that one, and yeah, load everything to the Kestrel and start confirming dope. So what I'm about to show now is the main benefit that you get from running a shoulder rifle. Most people think about like all the fancy CQB stuff, but this is really just going to be entering and exiting ports, transitioning from one position to another, bringing that rifle back to your shoulder and into another firing position. So here I'm going to be running the Bruiser ladder standard, and if you don't know what that is, obviously I'm about to show you, but look up Joe Dawson or Bruiser Industries on YouTube. Instagram, and I think Twitter, or look at his website, and it'll go over the full breakdown of what this drill actually is. But it's pretty much performance on demand, and how well do you know where your body is in relation to the position that you need to execute. So we have a 90-second part time. It's far too much for a Bruiser ladder standard, but 90 seconds is usually the part time for most QP matches, so that's why that's set there. So here we go. Short mag. But as you can see, entering and exiting these ports is a hell of a lot easier going here with just a 16-inch barrel with a suppressor coming all the way back and then all the way forward. Now I can just boom, boom. So far, the results out of this 12.5, I like them. This might end up becoming my main setup for a while. Mainly because I just want to shoot this more. This was like my dedicated home defense gun. It had a dot on it, but yeah, just want to get more rounds on this, because so far it's essentially the same thing as my 16-inch, just more wieldy. I could one-hand this thing. So yeah. 12 shots, 39.96 on that last Bruiser run with the short mag. So it might have been, I'll just add 5 seconds, 46, almost 47 seconds. Just a piece of data advice before you guys click off this video, or if you've made it to the end, then you get a free gem. Be somebody that your kids can be proud of. We all have our vices, we all have our Achilles heels, but at the end of the day, your kids are gonna pick up your habits and they're gonna perceive that to be normal. So whether that's drinking or gambling or, I don't know, whatever it is, if you don't want your kids to know that you do it, or if you would be ashamed that your kids see it, don't do it. But yeah, I want my channel to be a place of learning and a place where people can come together as a community, because in today's day and age, that is the one thing that we're lacking aside from accountability. So with all that being said, be a good fucking human, be somebody that your kids can be fucking proud of, and get out and train. Run your kit, test things like this for yourself, and if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this with somebody that you know that may have an SBR and they want to start touching out to distance instead of buying another rifle. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next one.